Thank you again for coming. Hopefully from June, we're gonna have classes somewhere in Manhattan, because when we're rushing people in and out, and this totally not the environment where the 11 rites should be. Because in our country we have no lights, we have only candle lights. We cleanse the room. We have a lambskin on the floor, even not yoga mats, that lambskin. And then beautiful wooden floor, because some rites are better when you have a floor where it's a little bit slippery. And then, as less lights than possible.
How would we find out about it? Do you have a website or emails?
Actually, if you send me email, hopefully you all are in mailing list. I can send you information more. If somebody not yet here, then you can add yourself. Okay, I take this closer to you. How many you were just in lecture before? All of you, yeah? Then we can use just the same picture here.
If we do this in our apartment, should we get a yoga mat?
It's always, you have to have yoga mat anyway, because I show some movements you could do before when you really feel you're stiff. Then you should open up your lower spine, your middle spine, and other areas. And yes, always remember that you are just a flow. You are just a flow. I feel this, I can see this myself, years. And later it's even more simple. Just always, when you do not remember what to visualize, visualize the fountain of youth flowing through you. And like here, you're pulling all these beautiful energies when you clockwise spinning, and earth is spinning counterclockwise. And earth is spinning counterclockwise. You pulling those energies into you, spinning clockwise. Yes?
Who's that book? I know you mentioned it before. Alex Gray's Hall.
Alex Gray. I was lucky I got this book with $15, but in the shops it's 29 something.
It's called Sacred Mirrors. He's done 2 or 3 other books.
Even Deepak Chopra uses lots of his, Alex Gray, this picture, The Miracle of Consciousness, in YouTube. Okay.
When you're ready, just for the camera, give me your name and the name of the presentation.
Okay. And how many, last question for you right now, how many never heard about 11 rites who came just for this workshop? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just heard of it today.
I heard of it in the lecture yesterday.
Okay. That means if I go over everything, it's okay. I do the rites as well now that you can see.
But I mean, I've been doing the 5 rites.
It's okay. It's okay. It's always because the esoterical meaning is never written down before. Even in Peter Kelder's book, he explains the Kundalini, he explains the chakras, but even the chakras are not just the vortexes we spinning here. We're spinning in every direction all the time. Every atom has its own spin. Okay? That means whatever I repeat right now, it's totally new information. It's never written down in 5 Tibetan Rites book. Yes. Okay. Tibetan colors. Tibetan, they wear dark red. It represents the earth, the power of the earth. And also the orange, because your powers are inside of, not in Kundalini, not the bottom of the spine, but guess where?
Navel.
Yeah, solar plexus. This is your powers. Okay, we are ready. Welcome everybody. I am from Estonia. I'm coming from Estonia. My name is Sirve. Munitsen is Russian name. Sirve is Estonian name. And New York is one of my favorite cities because it's really life from every direction of the planet is here in the same little spot. You are very proud to live here because the responsibility to stay in harmony here is extremely high, like you all know. It's easy to stay connected and balanced where you are in Sedona, Arizona, Sedona, or you are in nature. But here, this is the masterpiece. This is the masterpiece. And when you practice, when you start practice and you're living on the 12th floor or 20th floor, you have to visualize this beautiful Mother Earth under you because we are consciousness, we are infinite beings, and everything that happens in our consciousness happens with you. All else is illusion. Everything outside is illusion. If you go into the cell vibrates, the atoms and electrons, they vibrating, and scientists say that 99.9999% of cell is empty. It has a source field. It has the potential field in it. Or sunyata, like in Sanskrit, nothingness. This is all the potential that all the life can born. And why I'm saying that whatever you see, you think that you see outside, it's not solid, it's illusion. We can only see 0.005% what there is. That means this is not solid. This is all vibration that how your DNA reads it, it seems like it's solid. If you start doing Tibetan rites, after already the number 7 or 8, if you are advanced, then you don't feel your body. This illusion is gone. The solidness of the body is gone. You don't feel the heaviness. You don't feel your weight because even the pounds are illusion. The weight you have is illusion. That's why when you really practice the rites, it's not heavy. It's not hard to lift your hips up or you do the triangle because you don't even feel your body. This is what happens when you're really practicing it. You're gonna have so much fun and joy with practice, and you open up like every day something opens up to you. And also I want to show one more time this Alex Gray book. Pineal gland is inside of our brain. Everybody knows that the Catholic Church has this stick with the pine on the top. That's our pineal gland. They have power to control that area. Now when you're doing practices and you know how to pull the earth energy and step into the flow, how to pull the earth energy through you, and also it's a two-way road. It's all cosmic energies are activated to pull down toward earth, then everything in the middle activates. You start using your supercomputer, your brain like multidimensional satellite, and our pineal gland is basically the cosmic eye. Did you know that? It's the eye that can see other dimensions, can communicate, telepath with other dimensions. Dimensions are just different frequency layers. And it's just the explanation for our mind. Don't take any word I say like 100% because this is just this level right now of our understanding. The explanation goes beyond and beyond when you evolve. Okay, and here the pineal gland is also what you can see, and you start activating. It's inside of the top of your spine. When you go straight through your third eye is located when you measure the top of your nose and top of your chin. Let's measure, everybody. You measure this distance, and then you keep the same length, and you it's in the middle of your forehead. It's not between your elbow, the eyebrows. It's here, up, the same distance from top of your nose to your chin is your third eye. And if you go straight into the center of your brain and through your crown into the center, there is your pineal gland. Okay, this is your cosmic eye. And every time when you start doing rites, it's very easy and simple to visualize. Visualize this beautiful fountain of youth. They are raised, the torus comes out. The torus is around every atom, every tissue, every organ, every body, every human body, every planet, around the galaxies even. Now the NASA is able to discover new galaxies because they are able to measure this torus field around it, and also the vortices, the rays coming out from this beautiful spiral galaxies, the both ways. That means every galaxy, the spiral galaxy has the torus around it. This is how we can sustain the matter. That's important. The matter can only sustain inside of the torus field. If you do not have this torus field, that means this torus field, it goes beyond and beyond. This body can't exist. Yeah, this body can't exist without the field. And now when you really want to make your body younger and rejuvenate your body, you have to visualize your aura body and those rays coming out, and the torus field or fountain of youth coming out from your top of your crown, coming in, and this also goes out from bottom and comes in. It's a two ways. Because when you're using your third eye to visualize, the pineal gland is activated in that point, your brain waves dropping from 20 hertz to 4 hertz, 4, 5, 6 hertz. The lamas are able to operate in both levels. That means all the spectrum from the 20 to lower states, even the delta waves 2.4. What happens when you are really awake and aware and intuitive, you are vibrating that 4 and 5 hertz. If you are only thinking, it's a very rapid and very rocky road, your brain waves are 20 hertz. You are not able to rejuvenate your body when you're always in the state of mind. Yeah? When you're always thinking. You are not able. You have to start visualizing in order to drop those brain waves. And then you, with the right, when you spin, you create the vacuum inside. You're creating vacuum inside, and that vacuum is the source field or stillness or field or sunyata or nada or nothingness. That field inside this tube starts reorganizing your field, your organs, your electrons, your atoms, everything that when you create this space, the nothingness, just spinning clockwise, you're spinning, and you're creating this vacuum inside. The blood rushes to peripheral areas, and when it rushes back, it opens up all the nadis. Nadis are channels. They are basically in the same spots where all the nerves connections are. The nadis responding to the nerves channels, and when you spin, you open up all the nerves channels, and that means the information, the nerves are informational channels, messengers. The information between every organ and cell can run and flow freely. You open up the informational conversation between the cells. Also, you when the blood rushes away and then back, the heart can center your heart. Your physical heart can center itself to alignment of the Mother Earth heart to the cosmic heart, because only in the point of center, the center point aligns you and your body with the planetary center and with the cosmic center. If we're thinking all the time, if we're worried, then our DNA can't read the information what is outside, and our aura field is like a zigzag. Some parts are missing, some parts are too empty, and you just, those organs, if there is too much energy in some way, there's inflammatory, or when some energy parts are empty, that means also you're collecting all this negative stuff into your field. I burn even those words, because whatever we say takes form. And even when we're joking, please do positive jokes, because subconscious mind reads them like they are real. Do not do black humor, yeah? Okay, let's inhale and exhale. And everything you hear right now in this point of moment, in this moment, let go. It stays in your aura field anyway, but you're not thinking that. Do not think that, oh, there's too much information, I do not remember anything. You remember everything, because whatever you hear right now, your subconscious mind is recording it, and it comes up to you exactly when you need it. That means whatever you are not able to write down quickly, then don't worry, it comes up exactly when you need to use that information. Just let go and just relax and just enjoy. Now I show you some movements what you should do before you're doing the rites. They are best to do in the morning, because you tune all your day. Your day will be like perfect alignment. The synchronicity starts happening when you are in harmony. Universe always operates with harmony, and when you finding this aligning points with the center of Earth, yourself and cosmic heart, then you are everything what you need to meet or do. It's just synchronicity brings to your life. That's also good to do them in the morning, because when some people are very sensitive, they see very vivid dreams. And if something happens in your dreams that makes you worry or out of balance, those parallel fields, those between fields, you're stuck there, and you carry that discomfort through day. When you do morning practice, you get rid of that. You align yourself, and do not worry about dreams at night, because your subconscious mind starts cleansing. That just makes order in your subconscious mind, and just release all those old patterns. And when also you have time to do them at night, it's very good. Whatever happened, especially in New York on daytime, you are able to realign or align yourself to go to sleep. Because why? Your spirit don't need a rest. Your body is the one who really needs the rest, because it's a flesh body. You have to sleep, and also because your consciousness do not need a sleep. You can work with your consciousness. Say to your consciousness or higher self, okay, this time I want to go to the temple of Telos under the Mount Shasta, or to the wherever you want to go to see what Navigator Pakal, the Mayan speaking, to his planets, to look around, to see around. You can do anything what's there. And we are in the state where we really can't say anymore there's no Pleiadians, or they have been here, they landed here, they are here right now in Sedona, in all those beautiful places around the planet, inside of the earth. They are here already. And you can always ask any kind of assistance or go with your astral body or your subtle bodies to learn, to teach, to get information, hang out with beautiful souls. Please use your consciousness even when you sleep. Or you can give yourself program, okay, all my stem cells, that's important to doing Tibetan rites. You please start talking with your stem cells. Find out what the stem cells are, the telomeres are, activate them, because every organ has their stem cells, and every organ has producing a new stem cells plus the cell for that organ. And now when you never spoke with your stem cells, please start doing it. You can tell to your stem cells when you're sleeping, okay, I activate all my stem cells to recover or rejuvenate all my organs, or you can take day by day like one tissue, or you can just activate everything at the same time, telling, apologizing before, if you feel good, just saying that I've never paid attention to my stem cells. They have consciousness. Even DNA, every your cellular level area has consciousness. Talk with your stem cells, find out what they are again. And telomeres, and the ends of the chromosomes. Telomeres, it depends how healthy they are. They give you back this new cell. And you are able even to make the programs to extend the telomeres. How far you want, how many you want, how many years you want to be here. You are able to do that when you do this very sacred practice like Tibetan rites. They are most powerful, I know, in the world, because I was in, we did since little, very advanced, I call it like very advanced Hatha yoga. We were rhythmic gymnasts doing split jumps in the air, doing the scorpions, just leg up and you touch the floor and you're up again. For us was very easy. And when 13 years ago in a Reiki camp, my master was doing 5 rites in the morning, I felt dizzy 1.5 hours afterwards, because for me that was like ABC for rhythmic gymnast. But I understood there's something very, very powerful behind it. It activated all the flows of the universe to go through you. And if you are not aware, then it really starts opening you up. And when you're holding on something too much, if you are too attached to something or somebody, you don't have to, because you are everywhere. You are infinite being. You are everywhere. We just are flow. It's very important thing to not be judgmental. When somebody tells you something, let them be in their evolutionary state. Do not judge in your mind, because you're stopping your own flow. When you are doing your Tibetan rites and you are judgmental, then what you do? You're stopping your flow again. It's no reason to do rites in the morning or in the evening when you go through the day and you're complaining and you're judgmental and you're carrying the same patterns and you're taking the same coffee cup all the time from Starbucks every morning. Okay, it's once in a week. Right now, when you step by step start changing your lifetime, is maybe understandable, but later just try to do very healthy lifestyle to you. And without spirulina, chlorella, phytoplankton right now, and omegas, it's a struggle. Because you need very high level protein, you need very high level electricity into your system. Chlorella and phytoplankton collects the sun photons coming from the sun, the electricity on 8 seconds after then when they hit the plant, and the photons turning into electrons. And then you taking this phytoplankton or chlorella or spirulina in, and your blood turns into light river. You're vibrating so high, and that's the vibrational state where you really can rejuvenate your body, because you are light. We are just dense, we are like concentrated light vibration. This is concentrated light. You are light. Every light vibration has sound. Has vibration. This is important to understand, and energy. When you see yourself like body of flesh, nothing happens with your consciousness. You need to be in the consciousness level that you see yourself like vibrational being, light, sound, vibration, energy, and also it includes, this is information. This is, we can call also information. And before I do the warm-up to show you how to prepare your body for Tibetan rites, one more thing, if you want to remember, I can write them down. If your cells are healthy, they vibrating on 78 megahertz. That's again a science right now, megahertz, MHz. When your cells are healthy. When your cells getting sick, they vibrating on 58 and down megahertz. Yes? Cancer cell vibrates 20 megahertz. Okay? Now, the food, when it's cooked, vibrates 10 megahertz. When you eat sandwich or hamburger, it vibrates 3 to 5 megahertz. How to stay healthy? Eating sandwiches or cooked food. It's impossible. Everything then less than 72 megahertz takes the vibration, the speed of light and frequency down. That means only raw food or very lightly, those powders are also, they carry the frequency like hemp powder, maca powder, spirulina powder, chlorella, camel, chia. They are amazing. The superfoods vibrating on 83 megahertz and higher. Phytoplankton, chlorella, spirulina even higher. That means you have a choice what you're eating. You want to add to your frequency the light and vitality, or you're taking it down. You're really like a sleeping zombie and walking zombie on the planet when you're eating this 3 to 5 megahertz or cooked food like 10 megahertz. And what happens whenever you steam or you boil or cook your food, you destroying the photons. You're destroying the biophoton molecules. Find the book Gabriel Cousin, The Spiritual Nutrition. There is he talks about there. And you destroy the photons, and your the body and DNA, that's all vibration, can't function, can't read that material. It's like a dead material. Okay. Now the rites. Okay.
Can we move the easel?
Say again?
If we could move the easel, because we can't see the screen.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay. Any questions here so far?
72 is, I understand like 78 is optimal, 83 is superfoods. What's 72?
72 vibration is when you do not harm the body. Everything higher than 72 megahertz gives the body more vitality and power. And organic vegetables are up to, the difference is for soil, because some soil is so empty from minerals that even organic vibration can be in organic foods 30 up to 80. But when they bring those goji berries from Himalaya or soils where is lots of minerals, then organic food can also vibrate up to 83, the superfoods even higher.
What's the highest?
I guess the phytoplankton, spirulina, chlorella, they are just amazing. I've seen the rays coming out from, it's so funny, when you take a picture with the technology,
Curly
yes, and you take picture of the sandwich, there's darkness. Yes, black hole or Kellogg's or the cereals or whatever people used to that, or dairy. And then is a picture of superfood. It's just a beautiful sunshine next to it. David Wolfe has a book, Eating for Beauty and the Superfoods. There are lots of those pictures you can see or Google. Oh my God, it's so superfoods. David Wolfe, and also Eating for Beauty, amazing book. He has those pictures there. And David Wolfe, yeah. Mm-hmm. W-O-L-F-B, yeah, E. Yes, good. I got Gabriel's book from here, but that was only one.
Sorry, what was the other one? Eating for?
Eating for Beauty. Amazing books.
What are the other superfoods to eat besides the few that you mentioned?
Maca is one of my favorites because it's up high in Incan mountains, the Peruvian mountains, and it can bring the oxygen into your system. Tibetan rites, pumping oxygen into your system. And what happens when you have a high amount of oxygen in your system, your different brain parts, like the plates opening up, that you start using divine plates of your divine parts of your brain. If you do not have enough oxygen, then you're running on reptilian brain, and that's what Olympic athletes or just athletes, they do. And then the body heats up, the redness in the face, that means there's not enough oxygen. When they turn already blue, it's all the same. When you see somebody with the white hole, ring around the around the lips, it's already shock. It's the body is almost in the shock state.
You can see, look at this, just in the raw food downstairs. And look how vibrant, look at the colors. Yeah, it's nice. How vital.
Any kind of seafood or algae, like blue-green algae or red algae, spirulina, amazing. Because they have that golden ratio, the spiral, like all the galaxies' DNA, and that keeps, but spirulina itself, the word, it keeps the electricity inside of your body. That's it. It's like infinite energy in your system.
The copper coil. It's like a copper coil.
Mm-hmm, yeah. It's a golden ratio, just curves, and it's all the nature, all the flowers, everything are made like this. When you have time and when you have problems with your lower back, it's the only way to open up your lower back, because there are muscles going under your hips, and they are muscles inside of your lower pelvis, is to get the lotus, and also you creating a little triangle here, just pulling your hips back. And now in the beginning you can help yourself with your hands, but later you keep your elbows back to strengthen your back, strengthen your spine. And every time when you inhale, you stretch yourself tall. When you exhale, you do not bend, but you relax forward. You never bend yourself. It's bending is like pushing. You relax forward, and here it goes. You inhale, you lengthen your spine, and movement is only from your hips. Only from your hips. It's like straight back, straight spine goes forward. And when you inhale, lengthen, and when you exhale, you're going down. When you inhale, you can come up. You can be dynamic in the beginning, and when you exhale, you go down. And when you inhale, and then you exhale. And when you inhale, and when you exhale. Until you can put your forehead down. In the beginning, even 1 inch is enough to open your lower back, because when there is problems that you feel the pain here in this only way to open this pelvis area and lower back. It's only way. And if you can't sit in the lotus, just try to do with the legs open. And again, always knees facing up, always knees facing up. If you bend your, turn your knees again, you're already having the very wrong hip movement. And again, only with straight back, only hips here moving. And you exhale, inhale, lengthen, and you exhale straight down until
Out the mouth?
yeah. In Tibetan, your aura field becomes so strong, your magnetic field becomes so strong. When you exhale through your mouth, your energy stays in your aura field. You're not losing anything. It's no worry about that you inhale and you exhale. It all stays in your aura field because this aura field is so strong. And now, this is the way to open up the lower back. To open up the area here and rib case, you have to go over the Hatha Yoga, and you just take your legs up. In the beginning, just parallel to the earth, and you let it just be, just stay here. You just stay here. And then little by little you can move forward, yeah? Okay. This helps you to open up this area here. And also to open up the neck area, you have to go further. You have to go already to the earth or bend your knee, and this is our candle. This opens up the neck area here. Okay. Now, because you have to lift your straight legs up, there is again the back of the, yeah?
Are these preparations for the Tibetan?
This is preparations, yeah. In order to get your little, it takes, actually I never saw anybody, only rhythmic gymnasts can straighten knees from back perfectly. All others, their tendencies, the ligaments are so degenerated already that people are not able to get their knees straight. Knees are straight when your hips, the ankles coming up, your heels coming up. Then you know that you're, and this is where you have to.
Then you knew that you were what?
When you are able to lift your ankles up like this, you see, that means your knees are straight. You can lock your knees perfectly. If they are down, that means they are not straight. And why you have to do this very kind of like very tense pose? In Tibet, they say when you feel tensity somewhere, you make yourself even more tense, and then you let go. Like in Qigong, the last exercise that they have before they done, you tighten up all your muscles in your body, and then you let go. Here is again, when you lift your legs in the third rite, that means you have to keep the legs, that this is a stretching going on. And for that, it's easy, not with the both legs, but one first, just one leg, and you pull, you tuck your feet. You can put your elbow to your knee and just pull it up. And again, if you are able, lengthen your back, straight back, and only movement from your hip. Do not do this like track and field people, but this is like this, yeah? You have to keep this lengthen, spine lengthen, and then same time, you push your knee down, and you pull here.
If you can't do that, can you put a strap or something
Yeah.
around your foot? And
Yes, yes. Belt, any, Question?
Is this one of the rites? Is this-
No, it's because when people doing rites and they have knees like this, it doesn't work. Because we have to feel the stretch. Every rite is like stretching, relaxing, and when you do the rites, like you lift your legs up and your legs are like this, it's no stretch. You have to feel the stretch from the top of your toe, from the back of your feet up here, and when you tuck your chin in, this stretch goes on all the way, and now you relax. Okay, then you stretch, you relax.
Can I just ask you something? You know, already I'm feeling like confused or overwhelmed, and I'm not going to remember this. Are we going to get this recording? Like,
This is not the right
Honestly, it's not how to do it. What it is, I mean, even in yoga, you have to do warm-ups before you do something just to prevent an injury and be able to do that.
The explanation is here.
Some warm-ups, that's all.
Explanation how to do rites is all here.
No, but the warm-ups,
The warm-ups,
this thing that you just left.
yeah, that's why you have to write down right now.
But could you
Just try to remember.
Can you just repeat?
Okay, this is the actually.
That last
Can we do it with you? Can we do it with, can we,
Yeah, you can
the people remember
join
easy.
me. Yeah.
You remember easy.
There's one more in depth. Tomorrow is the workshop.
Okay, let's go forward, and yeah, just you all know how to warm up your legs, I guess, yeah, and keep your knees straight, and pull your feet in, okay, and
Remember, you should just do it. Yes, then that's the easiest way.
yes, nice, thank you, and the same with the other leg, and if you want to be very like very quick or when you're very flexible, you can just do both legs together. And always, it's important to understand you have to lengthen your spine. Whatever you do, even you do back bends or side bends, you have to lengthen your spine, and then just your belly button first, then your chest, and then your face, your head. It's always like this. Your belly button first, then your chest, and then your face. And up, when you're coming up, your head first, then chest, and then it's like 3 points. Then you don't do the wrong movements. And now, again, people's toes are not moving perfectly, and that's why we have to work with the feet area. When you tuck your feet in, make sure that it's like 1, 2, 3. You don't hold your feet like this, your toes like this. You have to tuck them in. What happens when you do not work with your toes? They not move anymore. Even on 30 years old, they don't move. Yeah, and then when the movement is not perfect, okay, let's just. You can always.
I have a suggestion, because you only have 45 minutes left. If you want, after the workshop, I'll go over and Sirve will go over warm-ups with you. But
It's okay, Mark. That's okay.
Yeah, but we want to know the rites.
I show them right now, and you have them all on the paper. That means it's not gonna take hours. It's gonna take, if I'm fast, it takes 15 minutes to go through the rites.
Could you just say one thing about the inhale? Does it matter if it's through the nose or the mouth?
Inhale, you inhale through the nose and you exhale always with the shape O. Like I said in lecture, that is a gateway to your soul. And when you activate it, that means you are in this moment. You are connecting with your soul, and the top of the tongue, there are so many levels. How to send energy to your pineal gland, pointing your top of your tongue when you inhale to the, not the roof of your mouth, but to the back where the hard plate and soft plate connects. You do not send the top of your tongue, the energy up to the roof, but to the back as far as possible. When you inhale, but this comes with the time. Beginners don't use that. Okay. It's also important when you really want to do warm up. You do those. You do the legs. You do one way, pulling back, pulling in, and then I repeat once again. For your lower back, you just bend forward on lotus. For your middle back, you take legs over. You just hang here, and then you can open your neck, just going forward more and more, and you feel comfortable. You just hang here. You can do one leg. You can do another leg. Warm up here. Okay, and it really helps you to flow better. The warm-ups we always do in practice, we do always warm-ups. And now when we have too much liquid going on here, because this is the moment of presence. And when we are worried or sad, or the kidneys not working properly, that means there's too much liquid inside. To get rid of that liquid, Qigong has beautiful movements, yeah? And here you have to do this. You pull your knees in. You can keep like this. With one hand, you hold it close to your chest, and you can also feel already the cracks here. First of all, it's like a chiropractic to your own spine, and same time you get rid of all the excess liquid inside. And it doesn't take more than 5 minutes when you warm up, yeah, or 10 minutes. Just have fun with it. Okay, I have this thing here, and now. You lengthen all your spine, you open up all your spine, you open up your knees, yes, you open up your feet, and then the spiral movement takes excess water out, and basically then you are ready. And when you're coming up to do the first rite, you come up always hips first. Why? To balance your blood pressure, you see? Okay, and you can again push your knees back to have this little stretch here. And before you coming up with your spine, to keep spine little relaxed, it's the best way to relax your spine is upside down like this. Yeah, you flex your knees and you're coming up very slowly. Always when you come up, do not do this movement. Do not jump up face first, but always you coming up, hips first, and then
That changes your blood pressure.
it helps to balance the blood pressure before you stand up. Okay, now we're ready to start the rites. You visualize the vortexes. Include, especially here, New York. This is important. The Diane Cooper, on her book 2012 and 2032, she said New Yorkers have to take care of the earth under the city. Every time when you do practice, visualize Mother Earth, this beautiful island, or if you are in Brooklyn, or visualize this area under your feet. include always Mother Earth, because when we start seeing those vortexes coming through us, they coming from the center of the Earth. There is a beautiful magnetic center, crystal cord, and you're pulling them through your heart, flowing into the cosmic heart, and then cosmic heart back to the Mother Earth. You are in the middle, and that means you connecting yourself with the cosmic, the all that is. Okay, that means the visualization. You are inside of the column of light, and this light is so wide that you can put the Mother Earth inside. It's you. You are everywhere. Okay. We start this beautiful thing one more time. Inhale, relax. Okay. And find your center. Close your eyes for a second. Absorb your, analyze or examine your state. Feel that all your feet are connected, all your toes are connected. If you feel something still is blocking the flow, that yoga is the first thing in the morning you do, you'd open your fingers and your toes as far as possible. Just open them, that you feel pain, the tense activation, and then let go. Yeah. And now the meditative state. Flex your, free your knees. And when you are ready, come forward, because you have to give each other space to spin. And you can spin. Yeah, now we can try to do that you don't hit each other. Maybe some first and some a little bit, then we change. And clockwise. And turn clockwise. I show you the right speed. The right speed is basically very fast. In the beginning, this is the right speed, and I do not need to close my eyes, because for me it's easy. And then you center yourself again, and then you stay here, you're standing until you feel the spin around you. This is activated magnetic field around you. And what happens here, you not move before you don't feel the spin anymore, because the body absorbs the benefits from this movement. And then when you feel total silence, you can move on. And now, yes, this is good when I see you guys, because when you do this movement, pumping up and down, that's not good. I keep my heel down to not be like a penguin, and that means you keep your heel down and you can turn just...
So you're turning on one foot.
Yeah.
Your right heel is your pivot.
Mm-hmm. Right, thank you. And then...
So you're driving with your left foot and your right heel is fixed.
Do only couple times when you never done before. 3 times, no more, because you're gonna be green from your face later, because it really starts opening up. And now you feel the spinning until it stops. And very slowly, this is gonna be now easy part. You very slowly, you lay down your arms open, cross position. No, only this. If you do opposite direction, then you really need to run to toilet, because it's...
Well, in the beginning, if you do one counter spin, it helps you balance, just one.
Yeah, just one. And also when you really need already very high level information, you can spin. But it really takes out of yourself out of your body.
But you're visualizing too when you're doing the spin, right?
You visualize this torus around you, the fountain of the pulse and the radiation, the rays coming out, you can, whatever comes to your mind, but you have to visualize to drop the brain waves to activate those parts in your, and those areas in your brain that can act, we never used before maybe. And now lay down the cross position. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now you can understand why the headlights are not good. Just if you're at home, safely light the candle when you do, because candle vibration always has a candle has the beam of cleansing, and candle always lifts your vibration in your aura. Everything is inside of you. Nothing is outside. Okay, and make sure that your hands are on the level of your shoulders. It's like total cross. And women can open their legs just a little bit, because the uterus is like a Akashic record for the planet Earth. It carries all the information that planet Earth has. That's why we can make babies. That's why we can give life, give those vehicles, the bio-vehicles for the spirit. It has all the Akashic records what the planet Mother Earth has. And now you can breathe through every cell. You can also activate your pineal gland, your pituitary, your thyroid, your thymus, your pancreas, your spleen, your adrenals, your ovaries, the prostate, and see them communicating properly. Activate all your stem cells, activate the telomeres, whatever you feel, what is necessary, because every time can be different, or you just want to stay in stillness, in still point, and just absorb your body, it's okay. And you inhale through your nose, you exhale, you inhale, you exhale. When you do at home, 5 breathings is okay between exercises. Here you can stay as long you want. Do not be very long, because the pulse must go on, the pulsation. And now you do you're bringing your hands sideways.
You're breathing out through your
arms. You always can breathe out through your nose. You inhale through your nostrils, and then you exhale through your mouth. Because now the Tibetans, we pumping oxygen into the system. It's not relaxing breathing or cooling breathing or warming up breathing. This is also pumping the oxygen into the system to open up different parts of the brain. Without oxygen, it doesn't happen. It's not happening. When, like I said before, the athletes is red, sweating, that means your body is in extreme inflammatory state, dehydrated, without any oxygen. And when oxygen level drops 30% on 24 hours, every cell is like a cancer cell. That's why important is breathing. Okay, hands sideways. And it's when you need, like after the spinning, it's 5 times. You don't have to wait like too long. And now you tuck your chin and your feet in first, like this, yeah, and you bring them up. You hold a second and down, and then you have to relax totally. And if you feel any cracks in your spine, be happy, because your spine is lengthening. You feel soon that your table is lower, because your spine is back in their perfect length.
So you're pulling the feet back further than what she's showing there.
You tuck your chin in. That's beautiful. Okay, let's go down. Okay, I will let down. Go down. Okay, relax. And now you tuck your chin in first. You tuck in and your toes. And now you lift your legs. You inhale. You hold a second, then you go down. And you have to relax. I show you the right speed. If I place somewhere, okay. I show you the right speed here. Okay, if you are already feel comfortable, you exhale first, you create vacuum in your stomach. It's also something that comes with the practice. You always create the vacuum in your stomach. Exhale. Now you inhale, you tuck your toes, your chin in, you lift your legs, and you exhale. And this is very fast actually. You inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And so on. And now comes the beautiful part. Bring your legs up. Number 4. And you can keep and support with your hands. And stay in this position 1 minute in the beginning, later 2 minutes. And again, you activate your consciousness, visualizing how the blood rushes to the brain, opens up, and all the brain parts are activated. Better eyesight, you hear better, you smell better. And if you have any kind of allergies, activate your stem cells to rejuvenate your organs, because the allergy is toxicity. And that many enzymes or support immune system is not working properly. Here it all starts working. Okay, let down. And very slowly, when you are ready, you're coming up like this. I show you. First, your hips again, like this, like a cat. You tuck your feet in, and then you're taking number 5. That first right, the spinning had additional, okay, cross position. The second right had additional, legs up, because we have to activate our brain with the blood rush. And at the same time, it's opening up all the nadis and channels inside of you when you really get your legs up more and more during your day as well. Here,
Sirve?
yeah.
I'm going to change the tape one.
Now, when we are in cross position, this is number 2.
Oh,
Additional.
Oh, yes.
I call the additionals that it's easier for those who know the 5 rites.
Yeah.
The static poses are additionals for the 5 rites, and they were written in the Samael manuscript. They were doing those rites in monastery, and they never were revealed, but they are extremely powerful because we have to work with the consciousness level more and more and more. If we're rushing through the rites, I have seen many people doing rites, they are not evolving in consciousness and sensitivity and insight level at all. And that stops also rejuvenation process. If you do not activate your stem cells or telomeres, it stops your rejuvenation state. You are, yes, looking 10 years younger, but nothing else. Okay. Now the number 5, you are on your knees, you tuck your feet in, make sure you can sit on your toes are stretched also. It's very important because the main toe, it's basically your head, and the toe connects your feet, it's your neck. If you are not flexible emotionally, communicational ways, your toes get stuck. And then here, when you do the practice, just stretching your toes, you're becoming more flexible with your communication with yourself, yeah, because nothing outside. And now again, you exhale first. You need to create the vacuum, because every time when you create vacuum, you're massaging your inner organs, in, out, in, out. It's also pumping this area, and that was the main area for your inner powers, the magical powers. Your inner magnetism depends on how much power you are having here. Your most important magnetic center is your navel. manifest whatever you need to manifest. It's one point here, how much power or energy you have here stored. This is your power area. And you're working, you're pulsing, you're creating more pulse and movement here. The more flow here is, then it's more power you have. Exhale, and inhale, lengthen your spine. You go back and front. I see the speed. It's easy for your neck in the beginning when you put your elbows back, because it's like you're laying on your couch. You see, you can tuck your head down when it's flexible without supporting having your elbows up, basically not supporting your neck. Even the best flexible people can hurt themselves. It's important to bend your elbows and hold them on the back of your thighs, and then take your elbows away, and you see you're not supporting your neck. Feel it? If you can't just do this little bit, like little and little. And even like from your spine, you lengthen. Every vertebra has its base. Then you can bend back. The same with your neck. Every vertebra needs to have its space first, and then you go back. Otherwise, you're just cracking your spine, you're cracking your neck. You have to lengthen, like somebody holds you up here, and then you bend back. And it's so comfortable, it's so enjoyable to just bend yourself. And front. Okay, we do not overdo today. Now you point your toes.
And you're moving at the hip, right?
Hip is not moving.
Oh, the hip is not.
That's a very good point, because your knees, your hip, you have to even push your hips forward to not go back like this. Only thing that moving, lengthening your spine, and you do back bend. You see? You can even support with one hand your tailbone and push forward in the beginning, and then back and press in here, that you feel that you're creating vacuum. This is
from the sacrum and from here.
I mean, just you pressing in here, and when you bend back, you just hold your tailbone.
So you can just think of pushing your pubic bone forward. Right?
Yes, or you can go even next to the floor, the wall, and to get the proper position that your hips must be against the wall all the time, just to feel that you're not
That's a good idea.
moving down. But this is already advanced poses. It's when you really feel comfortable with doing them. Do not overdo in the beginning, because when body feels it's too hard, you think in the morning, oh, today I skipped the practice. Just have fun. Always have fun with everything you do. Even right now, just have fun. Just enjoy it. And now, because it's very, very hard, delete, you have to take a break. You sit down, and we do couple pranayamas. They are very powerful. Tibet, to keep your emotions under control, you put your thumb under the fourth finger, and then this 3 fingers pointing back to sending the energy back to your arm. Under fourth.
What are you doing with the other fingers?
Curving the other three around.
Like this?
No, this is you using to do pranayama. And now you inhale. Can you see me? Through your left nostril, you inhale. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. And exhale through left. This is one time. With other hand, you can count how many times. And same time you visualize blue mist goes into your pineal gland and cleanses it. Blue mist, blue royal blue. And out all the gray and dirt comes out from the right. And blue mist again enters into your brain through the right nostril. And all unnecessary comes out from left. It's a second. And now you include your tongue. Top of the tongue goes to the back of your mouth, to the roof of your mouth, not in the roof, but the back, where the heart plate, how you call that area?
Tip of your tongue?
Okay. You inhale and you're sending energy into that area. Go straight to the pineal gland. Exhale. You can relax your tongue. You inhale again. You're sending. And exhale. Relax. And root lock. If you really wanna create more energy and magnetic into yourself, root locks. Yeah.
Do what?
Anus, perineum, vaginal area.
All you squeeze,
Anus and what else?
tighten your lower muscles. This is comes a lot. This is in the future. You don't have to remember that, but it's really
Squeeze everything you got.
Yeah, that's right.
squeeze everything that in the bottom, and anus, everything.
Right? So like Kegels and the whole bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everything, and when you inhale, when you exhale, you can let go, but you can hold it. Or how you, if you want to keep and create energy, then you're holding all the time when you do pranayama. But if you're really just creating the flow, which is also good, you can just inhale, hold, exhale, let go, inhale, hold. The same time, the top of your tongue is sending energy to your pineal gland, and you relax, you exhale.
You put your tongue up only when you inhale, and you let it go?
Yeah, because the tongue, top of the tongue is sending the energy into when you inhale. And now you are relaxed to do the number 6, straight pointed toes. Straight pointed toes. It really, when you go with the flow, it goes fast. We do in class, we warm up 20 minutes with different things. Then we do 20 minutes rites, and then we meditate. It goes fast right now. Explanation takes things that this lasts forever. Pointed toes, and you can keep your knees straight. The knees together, but in the beginning it's a little bit the same width than your shoulders. And here, total stretch. Everything is, tighten every your muscle, and same time you lengthen everything. And now you only bend from your knees, and you don't have to put your hands here, because the flow what comes out just holding your hands starts like shaking here. You just go, okay, starts, you exhale, creating vacuum, inhale, and you go down only for a couple seconds in the beginning, and you feel the vibration already. And then you hold 2 seconds and you're coming back. This is so powerful. Do not overdo. Later you enjoy more and more and more and more. You're able to many times. And do as many times you want. It's enough even one time if you can hold. It's enough for one time if you can hold. And here, only visualization. If you are in your thoughts, if you're thinking something, you're not able to hold the pose, because then you want to jump out immediately. You go beyond your mind. You only see the pulse, the beautiful torus flying through you, out of you. You can connect the laser beams coming out from your pineal gland with the center of the galaxy, the center of the cosmic center, the center of the Mother Earth. You can see those lasers coming out and also coming out from your third eye and medulla, and then you just are. You just be. And you go. And you're coming up very slowly, and you can feel the flow going up from the back of your head. And again, you can do pranayama here because it's extremely powerful. Okay. 3 fingers pointing back, and you inhale. You're counting with another hand. First is you inhale, tongue toward your, sending energy to your pineal gland. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Blue mist.
So you're changing with each inhale which nostril you're inhaling from?
You always start with the left. You inhale through left. You start counting. You exhale through right. You inhale through right. You exhale through left. This is 1 time. Now second time, you're counting with another hand. Because you're visualizing and you're busy here, you can't count numbers. You inhale, blue mist, sending that blue light toward your pineal gland. And what happens here? Later, the blue mist turns the pineal gland into like a diamond. The diamond lasers or laser beams coming out. Just be very, very open what images coming to your head. It's not that you creating them, just see what has shown to you. And here now, you're ready after pranayama, you're ready to go to the number 7. It's a table. Everybody knows the table. And here, when you have a wooden floor, always go to the floor, because the carpet just grabs you all over. And here again, 4 points like 4 continents. Your hands are next to your hips. Do not put them further apart. I mean, they need to be next to your hips bones. And then the width is always the same between your feet, like your shoulders. The same. If they are together, you're doing wrong. The same level like your shoulders, they are apart.
Each shoulder width apart.
Thank you.
Shoulder width.
Okay. And here, lengthen you see? Lengthen. Must be straight. And now you exhale first again, you tuck your chin. It's a stretch. It's a stretch all the way, because what makes the lymph go round is pumping. You stretch. You stretch and you contract and you stretch and you contract, and again you exhale, vacuum, and then your head goes back first. Okay, then your chest is like head, chest, hips, chest, head. It's like a cat. Yeah. Exhale. Inhale, chest, hips, and you hold a pose and you're pushing your knees together. That means you also tighten your thighs, yeah? You tighten your legs, because when you're pushing your knees together, you tighten all this part. And now you stretch them, you give their length back here. You stretch them back. And contraction and stretching and up and down. And if you can't lift your hips up, if your shoulders are too stiff, then you go back like this. It's a they call it pose of kings. Here, you're like laying down. You're stretching you feel the stretch in your shoulders, and then pull your elbows together, and like somebody pushing you straight. Lengthen your neck, your spine, and I show how it really works. Like somebody puts your knee against your and pulls you back here. This is like the chest totally opens up. You hold this pose, you feel the stretch here, then you go down, bend your elbows again. It's stretching this part, okay, and then up. Very good, very good. And you hold this, and now come up and keep this pose always with you. It's like you're like a king, like a queen. You're always like this, yeah, not like this. Here you can also, because it's really good to your, it's again very dynamic. That's why it's good to do this king pose. Just get your breath back, and you just hold this here. It's in manuscript also, but separately. And when you are ready, that means you are ready to move to the next one. When you really feel total silence. What happens when we do regular sports? We do not feel, when the body absorbs the benefits from the one exercise, there must be silence between. That means your body working to adopt this, the changes. You have to feel total silence between the exercises, between the rites. And when you are total silence, expand that silence, and that already being in total silence and in stillness in your mind, meditatively, you do not even open your eyes fully. They are like half closed. You're doing the number 8. Again, 4 points. The same level, the same width that your shoulders. And you exhale again. And here, feel that your toes stretching again, yeah? Okay, and you exhale, inhale, you tuck your chin. This carpet is very slippery. You have to support yourself, okay? And exhale. And you feel the stretch going all the way from your perineum up to the chest, the chin, top of your chin. Feel the stretch, and now up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and the speed. And out. In, out.
Notice her heels are not touching the floor.
This is right now okay, because the curve, this carpet is very slippery. Right. But I'm trying to show you what you have to do actually. Instead of, you can later put your heels down, okay? But now it's more important to have this, how you say, you see, you can touch even the head to the floor, yeah? And same time, tucking your chin against your chest. This is more, have a little curve here, is more important to put your hips, the heels down.
Also, a trick in yoga is if it's slipping, just take your hands that are flat, go like this, and just push with the pads of your fingers and the pads of that.
You see? You have to create, if it's not, how you say this, beautiful?
Perpendicular?
Arch, yeah. Arch. If you're not creating arch, that means you're not opening your shoulders enough, and because in Eastern countries they say your karma is sitting on this part, yeah, it's a triangle here, and we have to work a lot with those areas. In the beginning, you also can warm up your all this upper part, just doing those stretches. Yeah. Okay. That means you exhale, you inhale, you exhale, you inhale, you exhale, you inhale, you exhale, you inhale, and then you can add already the heels, and you can do the bicycle here just for fun to stretch your muscles. And here again you can do all the locks, and before the lizard pose, inhale through both nostrils, lengthen your spine always like somebody's holding you from here, from top of your head. You exhale through your nose, and the beautiful royal blue mist goes into your brain and turns the pineal gland into diamond light, beams coming out, total pure light, pure. And that creates the magnet also in your navel, and that brings the cosmic awareness into your store, the powerhouse. The Kundalini is not in the bottom of your spine, it's stored here. All the tumor breathing or the fire breathing is through here, the storage is here. Okay, you are able to manifest the perfect body to activate your telomeres, your stem cells if you have energy here. If you do not have energy here, if it's storage for fat or toxins, that means your body, can't rejuvenate. In order to rejuvenate, you have to have energy here. That's why all these Tibetan rites, they focusing to create energy here through breathing, through pumping oxygen, the pulsing all the lymph through your areas and all the others, and it's just opening you more and more up. And now the pose of lizard, you all have been doing this, high school at least. And here, lengthen your spine again, and you do not tuck the spine. Spine is straight. That means your face, your eyesight is toward floor, front of you, and you keep this pose. Now you can keep. It doesn't matter your legs are open or not, and you start feeling this shakiness. Start shaking.
You do with the breath.
Yeah, deep breathing. And visualization, the same torus. Amazing things coming in front of your eyes here. And you always finish with triangle. And you can come up. And the number 10. The number 10, you're sitting with your hips against the wall. The only easy way to go up is, I give you space, I just show you for a second, is when you see, you put your shoulder down like a little baby sleeping here, your hips against the wall, and now it's so easy, just one leg up and another leg up. Otherwise, it's so hard to get your hips against the floor. Now you like a baby here, and one leg up and another, just sideways and up. If you start going up like this, it takes you at least 2 minutes. Yeah, and then you lift your legs and you're still not connected with the wall. And now you hold, relax. When you feel that your body needs to massage, you can massage yourself. Or push your knees back. Amazing. That's the pose where they say if you manage to do this 3 hours, you overcome death. What you turned off?
What time is it? I turned the computer on.
Okay.
So you're in a...
Okay, I know you love to enjoy this pose, but I want to show you the last one because we're gonna sing. And you can do, when you do at home, you can do the number 11 before this one, and make sure that your phone is off because everybody starts calling you in this point because we are all one. They feel that somebody has energy. You have to keep your phone away from you when you do this because they take your time, your practice, your power away. And yes, come down, come up again. And now, 11. Always exhale first. Then the perfect inhale. And everything out now, like you blowing hole to the floor. Okay. And you keep your breath. You're not inhaling. You activate counterclockwise your knee chakras because you're pulling the earth energy into your knees. You can do the movement here, open meditative pose, and then you push counterclockwise. You're doing circles counterclockwise the pelvis area. You're still not inhaling. You hold your breath here. And here again, because your tailbone is faced toward earth, toward center of the earth, and spine is lengthened, so tall, straight. Your belly button is toward your spine. And you're also pushing, you're helping here to even more lengthen your spine. You're not inhaling yet. And you hold your breath as much you can. Sometimes you are so much out of your this beautiful biovehicle that you forgot to inhale. You're so out already. And you hold, then you let go. Couple free breathings, and just 3 times, no more. You inhale, exhale, activate. You don't have to count here again. You do not count here. Just massage, and you can hold the glove like you know, eagle glove, tiger, and then up. And you can push harder when you are in celibate. That means you can bring more energy up. You're not wasting it.
Sorry, harder when you what?
When you are single.
Oh.
Or you're celibate.
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 Yes. And then, I mean, whenever is something in is always some. Do not worry. There's always some air in your lungs, because some traditions say that your heart is the biggest just all muscle, and the heart cells stop producing themselves if you not breathe. Just enjoy your space, stillness, and you hold as much you can, and then you let go. And the third time, and visualize that the earth energy, that vortex, always the energy goes like a golden ratio, always spiral, comes up, the golden energy comes up, goes through your spine. You activate here as well, because you activate these sexual energies to bring them up to the higher chakras, because we really are not just the animals. To reproduce, we need to use our upper chakras as well. And then you sit down and definitely meditate 10 minutes. Okay. Thank you for coming.
Now you're ready for the sexuality and sensuality panel in the next room.
That's really,